Hi everyone, welcome to PrepFusion. So in this video we are going to talk about MTech versus PSUs. So, or you can say VLSI industry versus PSU. So a lot of students would be having this query that sir whether we should go for masters or we should go for PSU. So this query we are going to address in this particular video. So we are going to talk about a lot of points like job security, growth, work-life balance, and all these kind of things. All these kind of things we'll be talking about. So first let's talk about job security. So in PSUs almost 100% job security is there, almost 100%. So they will not be firing you, there will not be any recession or anything like that. So job security almost 100% is there in PSUs. Now for the private sector or for our VLSI industry, you would have heard that okay, this is the private sector, so they can fire you. There is nothing like that. Okay, it's a private sector. That doesn't mean they will fire you blindly. Tomorrow they will say that don't come to our office. No, it doesn't happen. Okay, even if your performance is very poor, they will first send you in the PIP program, performance improvement program. Even after that, if you are not improving, then they can fire you, because the bottom line is this is the private sector and they need the growth means they need the growth of their company. So they, if they want to reduce their expenditure, then they can fire you, but it is very very rare. Rarely you would see any guy getting fired, especially in India in our VLSI industry. So I wouldn't say there is 100% job security. I wouldn't say it is better than PSUs in terms of job security. But nearly, if you are performing decent enough, if you are performing decent enough efforts, then they are not going to fire you. Okay. So this is the thing. It's not that okay, recession would be there tomorrow, don't come. Nah, nothing. It doesn't go like that. So don't feel like that in private sector or in public sector. In private sector we will be just having the pressure of tomorrow they can fire us. So that kind of pressure will not be there. Okay, right? Secondly, growth. So in PSUs, growth is fixed. Like after a year, that much percent of increment would be there. That is fixed. But when it comes to the industry, it depends on you, how you are working. Now people will be saying that there is more growth in VLSI industry rather than PSU. Nearly it is true, but not 100% true. It depends on you, or it depends on the growth of the company as well. Let us say the company is not making any profit this year, then there is very rare chance that you will be getting any increment. You will be getting the increment, but very low. Let's just say your company is not doing that well, then you might not get the increment as well. But if you are good enough, then you will be able to switch the company. Like in a particular company I am working, but that company is not getting good enough growth, and so that's why they are not able to pay me enough. They are not paying me enough, so I can switch as well if I am good enough. But if I am not good enough, I will have to stay there no matter whatever that they are paying us. I will have to stay with that particular payment only. I have to stay with that particular CTC only. Right? So yeah, the growth is higher in VLSI industry than PSU. But again, the bottom line, the another line is, the disclaimer is, it depends on you. I have few of my friends who got nearly around 25% increment, and I have few of my friends who got 0% increment as well. So both of the things are there. But in PSU, the growth is certain. So when you are going to the VLSI industry, it depends on your hard work. That whatever the hard work, whatever the efforts that you are putting, there is very high chance that you will be rewarded. But 100% I cannot say that sir I have put a lot of efforts, I did everything, still I was not getting whatever that I deserved. Yeah, this also happens. It goes company to company, it goes person to person, it goes team to team as well. Like in some team we can see that okay, lesser increments are there. In some team we can see that more increments are there. So these kind of things are also there in the industry. Okay, in industry things may depend on team to team as well. But mostly in PSUs, it is fixed only that this much increment you will be getting and that much increment you will get. That's it. Now talking about the work, like what kind of work you will be getting. So in PSUs, what mostly I have heard is that people are not that satisfied with their work. Like you will be getting something very out of the box, that something that you don't want to work on, or something that you have never studied. Like it might be that it might not be related to electrical engineering, or it might not be related to electronics engineering at all. It might also happen that you will be getting something very out of the box. Now in the VLSI industry, you will be working on your interest only. This is what you think, but again, this is also not true. Go to any industry, talk to 100 people, 75 people will say that they are not happy with the work they have got. 100% I can tell that. Talk to 100 people, out of 100, 75 people will tell that they are not satisfied with the work that they are getting. Go to any VLSI industry. Because satisfaction is a very complex word, and human doesn't get satisfied very easily. I'm talking about the job, nothing else. So yeah, so they don't get satisfied in the job very easily, right? So whatever the job that whatever the work that they are doing, so it's not that always you will be getting whatever that you desire. And this is what I tell to my students as well, that always be prepared for whatever that you are getting. In the job, it doesn't mean that you are selected for digital design engineer. That means you have to do the work of digital design only. Any day you need to code as well. Any day you need to work on analog design as well. Not proper analog design, but analog circuits can also be used in your work. So when you are going into the industry, just feel that I can be given any kind of work. I need to make Excel sheet as well. For a week, I need to make Excel sheet. A lot of documentation work could also be there. So your work will be always interesting? No guarantees there. Even if you are getting into your dream company, in your dream profile, still there is no 100% certainty that you will be getting the work that you desire. There is no guarantee. But if you have done the decent enough work in whatever the team that you are working in, if you have done the decent enough work, then yes, there is chances that you will be able to switch. But in PSUs, like, it is not that easy to switch. That today I am working in this particular PSU, so now I can switch very easily. But no, but switching is easier in the industry rather than PSU. In the industry as well, it is tough to switch. You need to have good amount of knowledge. You need to have good amount of work. Then only you will be able to switch to a better company, to a better CTC. But in PSU, it becomes very tough to switch. But here you can switch. So that's the thing, that it might happen that you are not getting the work of your interest. So you should be prepared, no matter in whichever the industry you are getting in, whether you are getting in PSU or you are getting in your or you are getting in VLSI industry. You should be having that temperament that whatever the work that I will be given, I will be doing that. That's it. Okay. So these are the points. And work-life balance, like there will be politics in the industry, but there will not be any politics in PSU. These points are like absolute rubbish. Doesn't make any sense that there will be politics in VLSI industry. Why? Like, since it is a private sector, it is a private company, so growth depends on the human being, so there will be politics or anything like that. No, nothing. Okay, we are not working in those what do we call it, those corporates, like where this consultant work is there. So these are different. VLSI industry is different. Here, if you are doing the work, then it will be visible. If you are not doing the work, then also it will be visible, right? So it is not that those consultant work or anything like that. This is something that you are working on a product, you are working on a design. So if you have done the work, if you have the knowledge, then it will be visible. No one can do the politics here. There is very, very rare chance that in our industry there will be any politics. When I am talking about industry, that means I am talking about VLSI industry, right? I am not saying that you are getting some management job. You are getting some management job in a private firm. This is not something that I am talking. I am talking that you will be getting our core VLSI job or EC related job or electrical related job in a private company. This is what I am saying, right? So there, very, very rare chance would be there that there will be politics. And in PSUs, there will not be any politics. No, there can also be some politics. Look, what people will think that, okay, this is nearly a government job only, so, and growth is fixed only, so why would people do the politics? But talking with a lot of students, people have said that in our PSU there is internal politics involved. But when you talk about VLSI industry, when you talk about some good organization, some good companies in our country, I did not have heard that there is any kind of politics involved. So all these things will be filtered out. Once you get into the industry, you will have a good enough age. You will be 23 or 24 year guy, and these things will be filtered out. Okay, so don't worry about these kind of things, like what will be your what kind of politics and all things will be there. So don't think about all these kind of things. Now, talking about work-life balance. So mostly in PSUs, there is very good work-life balance, very, very good work-life balance. Okay, mostly in PSUs, I have seen that there is very, very good work-life balance. Like there is very very rare work actually. You will have to work 2 to 3 hours only. But again, this is something that I'm saying for 80%. 20% chances are still there that you need to work a lot in the PSUs as well, because 2 to 3 seniors, I have talked to them and they say that there is very high work pressure in their PSU. I will not take the name of PSU because again it can be differing from people to people. Like some teams may have more work, some teams may have lesser work. So in PSUs, mostly what I have seen is that there is very good work-life balance in PSUs. But 100% surety is not there that, sir, I went to PSU thinking that there will be very good work-life balance. I would be able to enjoy my life. I will have to work 2 to 3 hours only. But sir, here what do I see? I am working 7 to 7. Like there are shifts, morning 7 to night 7. Sir, I am working 7 to 7. This kind of shift is there, sir. What you were saying and what is happening here. So this might also happen, but mostly I have seen that the work is decent enough. You will not be having much pressure. Now coming to VLSI industry, things will depend team to team. But yes, pressure will be there in the VLSI industry. If pressure is not there, then you should take the pressure on yourself. Because if you want to improve, like if you are having two chances, PSU and VLSI industry, and you have went for VLSI industry, that means you wanted to go for this profile, no? That means you wanted to work in this profile. So surely you should take pressure on yourself, no? Look, mostly chances are there that you will be working in a decent enough team. So decent enough pressure would be there. Like 9 to 5, at least 9 to 5 you would have to work. Or I would say at least 9 to 6 you would have to work. But it may be extended as well. You may have to work 9 to 7 as well. You may have to work 9 to 8 as well. Right? On weekends also, you might need to log in. But in the initial year, we can take up this pressure, right? Because we wanted to come into this industry. You are inclined towards this industry. So we may take up this pressure, right? We will be learning only. And if you are taking this pressure, then believe me, you will be rewarded. It might happen that the same company is not rewarding you. What I'm saying, let's just say I'm working for a company X. I'm giving my everything. I'm working 9 to 7, 9 to 8. I have given my everything. Still, they did not give me good enough increment. I'm not satisfied with the pay that I'm getting. I can switch, right? Because I have worked, I have something to show to the other company. And people are eager to hire you. People are there to hire you if you are doing decent enough. In any company, if you are doing decent enough, if you are having decent enough knowledge, then they are eager to hire you. And if not today, tomorrow you will be paid whatever that you deserve. So this is the beauty of VLSI industry. That's why I say here in the industry, in the private sector, if you are performing well, then you will be rewarded. It might happen you are not rewarded today, but tomorrow you will be rewarded. And you just need to have some patience. So concluding, the work-life balance is better in PSU, I would say, than your private sector. But in private sector, it is not that bad. Work-life balance is not that bad. If you want to take pressure on yourself, you can take. But if you want to have a decent enough life, that I will work from 9 to 6 and then after that I will not log in. And on weekends also I will not log in. So these kind of teams are also there in the industry. Okay. So that can also be achieved in the VLSI industry. Are you able to understand this point? So in the industry, it will happen that sometimes there would be good amount of pressure during the time of release. You need to release something. So at that time at that particular time, there will be good amount of pressure on you. But usually decent amount of pressure would be there. Usually decent amount of pressure would be there in a certain team. But some teams are there where every day is a pressure day only. Like every day they are working on something. Every day there is pressure only. Manager is putting pressure on you. But these teams are very, very rare. Very, very, very rare. Okay, so we cannot generalize it, right? We cannot generalize all these things. So this is the thing, like what you should go for. Now you can decide. Now talking about students, like I will take example of some students and then I will be telling what I would be doing if I was there at their place. Just wait a second. Yeah, actually in between I needed to stop because I have fan and all these are turned off, because in the last video there was a lot of background sound. So that's why this time I turned off every devices. So now there is no background sound, hopefully. Yeah, so what we were talking about, I'll be taking example of students. So Let's just say I'm a student who is not that financially stable. I need to support my family. Now I have got a good rank. I can get masters as well. I can get PSUs as well. So now I would go for PSU because I need to financially support my family. Now, sir, but I am inclined towards VLSI. I want to go for VLSI. So if you feel like that your family can survive for next 2 years, then go for masters. If you feel like that my family cannot survive without me, I need to do a job only, then go for job. After getting into PSU, for next in after 2 years, if you feel like that I want to switch now, I want to get into VLSI industry. So after 2 years, you can do the masters. Are you able to understand this point? As of now, there is very high requirement that I need to work. There is very high requirement that I need to earn some money. So if that kind of requirement is there, then you will have to go for PSU. In after working 2 years, 3 years in PSU, you feel like that now I want to go for masters, then go for it. Okay. Now, if you are someone who is financially stable and you are 100% sure that I want to get into VLSI industry only, I'm 100% sure that PSU and all these things, I don't care about all these things. I want to work in the industry only. I want to work on a circuit design. I'm interested in that particular domain or this particular domain. If you are very sure about all these things, blindly go for masters. Close your eyes and go for masters. Now, if you are in between, that's why I'm not sure whether to go for MTech, whether to go for VLSI, whether to go for MTech, whether to go for PSU, I'm not very sure. Sir, I'm not that much inclined towards our electronic subject. It's not that, sir, I find very much joy in studying electronic subject. Sir, I studied it because I needed to crack the examination. And why I needed to crack the examination? Because, sir, I did not get any job. So, sir, I am not very sure. Okay, what I should go for, MTech or PSU. So I have told you a lot of points in the initial part of video. I have told you a lot of points. So write down all these points and think about yourself. What should be a better option for you? Because if I tell that this is a better option, then it wouldn't be a wise idea. It's you who need to decide. Okay, and still if you feel like that, sir, again I am in between only, sir, I thought of everything, I'm not sure whether to go for MTech or PSU, then I would say go for PSU. Why I am saying so? Because you go for PSU, you will be earning something there, at least something you will be earning, so that will make you feel good. And after that, after working in PSU, now you realize that, okay, this is something that I am not made for. Now I want to try VLSI industry again. So now again you can go for VLSI industry with your gate score, because gate score will be valid for 3 years. Okay, but you go for MTech, and then you drop your MTech in between, and then you go for PSU. So this is something that I don't want you to do. Okay, you go for PSU, you are in between, you are not sure whether you want to go for MTech, whether you want to go for PSU. So you tried everything, still you are not sure, then first go for PSU. If you feel like that I am not made for PSU, then you have worked there for a year, you have earned decent amount of money as well, so that is a feel good factor for you. Now you can go for MTech. Okay, so this would be the path. This is something that I would advise. Rest, it's up to you. If you are in between, it's up to you. You need to think, you need to decide whether you should go for PSU or masters. And don't think and don't ask your gate educators about it. Okay, sir, I have been your student, you have seen me. According to you, what should be better path? Don't ask this question. According to you, what should be a better path? Because, like, let's just say if you are my student and you have performed very well in your gate examination, right? Your concepts are very good. So it will feel like that, okay, his concept is very good, so he should go for MTech. Is that so? No, this is not the criteria. If your concepts are good, that means you will be doing well in the industry as well. No, there is no certainty. People having very weak concept can do well in the industry as well. People having very good concept can also struggle in the industry as well. You would see people, those who are getting double digit rank, they also drop masters in between and go for PSU. Okay, because they are not satisfied with the performance that they are making in masters. Are you able to understand this point? So people do drop MTech in between. So just because you are having a great rank, that doesn't mean you should be going for MTech only. You should not be going for PSU, because this kind of a notion has been made. Like, people will think that, okay, if you are going into having a very good rank and you are going into PSU, that means you don't want to work hard. You don't want to go into the actual industry. You just want your life to be settled, and that's why you are going into PSU. So that kind of criteria has been made nowadays. So don't fall for this criteria. Okay, so this is not the criteria. This is not the criteria of choosing MTech or PSU just because what people will think. People will think that I'm choosing an easier path of getting into PSU. I'm not choosing the tougher path. People will feel that okay, he is getting afraid of MTech. Nothing like that. If you feel like that, I am still confused. I am not sure whether I want to go for MTech or PSU. I would say for 1 year go for PSU and later on decide what you need to do. Okay, yeah. I hope you would have got the point of this video. Thank you very much.